Hello Stimit, hello YouTube, Shaman Garbat here with a new episode of the free flights in FlightGear, and today with my co-pilot Sunny Life. Hello.
Hello, Captain Harvey. How are you? Good day, everybody. Good day, Stimian. This is Sunny Life. I hope you are all fine.
So we have a completely new model now for today. It's I have built it in the morning and it's finished now. As you all know, Steemit is going to the moon, but they are not going to the moon, so we going to the moon. We take the moon and go with the moon to the moon or something like this. And I will show you where we are. We are in the middle of Turkey, in Cappadocia, or is this region named? And this was a flight requested from Estimian. We are in Kayseri and we will go to the mountainside and then to Göreme and Nevşehir. And Sunny Life will tell you a little bit about our passengers a little bit later. So let's get started in the balloon.
Okay, Stimians, up in the way. And yeah, we'll see. This is a new developed hot air balloon of Captain Harvey. So we'll see. We are going to bring steam to the moon.
So at the moment we are filling the hot air balloon with hot air, and it's looking like an egg, but soon it will be like the moon.
Really looks beautiful. I saw it that you posted it already, and it's really cool. I smiled when I saw the introduction and the shape and how it looks like. Good job, Captain.
Yeah, it was quite fun. So now we have to get the passengers on board. So,
Okay, that's
so
it.
let's assume we have 3, 4, 5 persons on board. This makes about how many pounds?
Maybe 100 each.
Yeah, I set it to 560 pounds now. So we have now 560 pounds of passengers on board. It's quite a lot. And I'm starting the burner system for getting the balloonette hot. So you see the flames are both burning.
Yeah, really exciting.
My temperature in the balloon is now 50 degree, and I think we need 65 or 68 degree for this passenger load. There is everything implemented in this balloon with the chemics and the physics, so it's really completely realistic as it is described in the English manual for hot air ballooning.
How long does it take for you to develop this one, new one?
The balloon, the development took a few weeks or a few months because I have to set up the flight dynamic model completely by myself, and it's a completely different flight model. So we see at the moment that the fixing lines are now holding the balloon on the ground, and we can now check the instruments and everything, and that everything is correct.
That's good, Captain. So, I think it's gonna be your 19th aircraft or an hot air balloons in total, including this one. Really interesting.
Yeah, in the hot air balloon series there are now 7 different models. Yeah, and we are flying now. We are taking off.
Okay, up in the way, everybody. And today we have our lovely Filipino Stinians. Imaro has requested this flight long time ago. Sorry, Nai, we were a bit busy these days, but thank you for reminding Captain about this flight. So Imaro has requested this again to Captain if she could fly to Turkey and along with her friends, Dermily and Precise. So I'll tell you later, guys. Later, more story.
That's nice. And I'm very happy to have the 3 passengers and of course you also, Sunny Life, on board. So that's not so boring.
Thank you to Captain. It's a busy life also here, and thank you also for your time, for this chance also, and yeah, it's gonna be fun for everybody.
So our flight will go now to the mountain here, to the big mountain. And for this reason I have to go up a little bit to catch up the wind to the south.
Okay, no problem. And how long does it take, you think? How long does it take from Kayseri to Goreme or Nebsi here? 10 minutes?
I think we have a flight of 1 hour in front of us.
Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. So, fellow students, while Captain is going up and increasing the altitude, I just want to tell the story about Imarohas, Drimili, and Precise. They're all from the Philippines. No, I mean from Filipino Stanians. And I met them, yeah, both Drimili and Imarohas when I first came here in Stimit. And aside from Pure Pinay, they are the one who guided me also throughout my journey here. And yeah, and then Precis is another Stimit witness. And if you have time, guys, check their accounts, and they're really inspiring people. And if you need anything, you can always ask them, especially Philippine people, Filipinos, and visit them. So I also would like to take this opportunity to thank them for everything. And really, we miss our chika about kabundukan. And to Inay, Imaroas, thank you also, Nay, and for Precis. Enjoy also, and I hope you can have fun. This is a surprise for you guys. So, surprise hot air balloon flight.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. I have now the picture from Precise on the screen. We don't know too much of her, so have a nice flight.
Yes, Precise,
And
thank you.
then we have the Dreamily picture with her son. Also very nice pictures. And Imorias.
Yes, they're very smart Athenians. They love poetry and yeah, cryptocurrency, especially Drimili. She's yeah, very passionate about it and very knowledgeable. And also Imarangas, yeah, she's a nurse working in UK, and she's like a mother to us. And Herbie, tomorrow, December 3, they are going to have a Christmas party in the Philippines. Get along with the other Stinians, Filipino Stinians. So also wanna wish them good luck, guys, and have a lot of fun. And I hope we can have a live stream also tomorrow, so I can see everybody there. And yeah, hope someday we can get together also. And yeah, Christmas in the Philippines, yeah, as everybody knows, today starts on bare months, September, October to January. So it's a long celebration in my country. And if you want to know about more Christmas in the Philippines, Dandelion post something about it about Christmas in the Philippines that is really interesting. I requested this to her, and she wrote an article about it. So if you have time, you can visit her, also her blog.
So in the meantime, I have cheated a little bit with the weather system, and now the balloon is turning to the south because I had made a little mistake with the direction from the wind.
No problem. You're
So
10,000 feet.
yes, and we are still climbing up 10 meter per second.
That's good. And are you still planning to go on a hot air balloon next year?
I am planning to make a Alp flight in the winter next year, in next winter time, crossing the Alps from the north to the south in 13 or 14,000 feet altitude, 30-40 degree minus for a
No,
6 hour, 7 hour flight. And
really.
this will be organized by a professional balloon company. And it's a touristic flight, of course. It costs 1,200 euro. That's a lot, but there is also a night in a hotel in the Toscana then, and the bus back to the Bavarian starting point. So it's one day of complete adventure, crossing the Alps in a hot air balloon, and I'm really looking forward to get a place in the balloons. It's not so easy to get a place there. There are only 4 or 5 flights every year, so the waiting list is long, and I hope that I get a place in it.
Oh yeah, I wish you can have also. Yeah. And how long do you have to wait, or how early do you have to book a flight or book this place?
I will
Can
book.
you book it now?
I will book it in the next time.
It's really expensive for this 1,200, euros. It's really expensive, but yeah, it's only one in a lifetime. So I know, yeah, a lot of people would love to do that.
And it's also adventure because you book it 1 year in advance, and then you have a time frame of 2 or 3 months. And 2 days before the flight is happening, the company will call you and tell you that the flight is now going. So you have no idea at what time and what date the flight will be.
Wow, that's more exciting.
It could be in December, it could be in January. It's in the winter time, of course. Only in the winter time the wind conditions are exactly for this flight, so that this flight is possible without any danger.
Yeah, you told me that before that winter time is the best time because of the wind, it's more stable. Is that correct?
Yeah, there is
Oh, so
a
good.
there is a constant wind then from the south, from the north to the south, and then the balloon goes up to the altitude of the wind, and then catch up the wind, and then fly in the wind with 200 kilometer per hour to the south.
200 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's so fast.
Yeah, but that's in a balloon no problem because you have no wind in the balloon.
Yeah, and there's no traffic.
You are like the wind, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, wow, really cool, Captain. Yeah, let us know and keep us updated.
So we are approaching the mountain now.
Yeah, is this the Egrius Dagi?
Yes.
Okay, wow. Okay, I don't see much greenery here compared to our previous flight because it's all like brown. and sand and rocky. And the mountain is a bit green also, but aside from that is kind of dry.
Yeah, the scenery here in FlightGear is a little bit not correct, but yeah, the shapes are okay.
Yeah, that's good. So now the hot air balloon is approaching the Ekrius study, a mountain in central Turkey. We just left the Kayseri airport, which is in the in central Turkey. So, can I continue, Captain, or you wanna say
Yes, yes,
something?
yes.
Okay. Just let me know if I talk too much. You can stop me. Okay. Yeah, MRO has requested a flight to Cappadocia, Turkey, which is located in central Turkey. So in the beginning, I thought Cappadocia is how do you call it, a city, but it's not. It's a region. It is a large region. It's not the name of the city. So it's like a combination of provinces and other cities. And that's a good thing in flight gear, flying with Captain Harry, because you also learn. I also learn a lot of history and country, different kind of stuff.
I'm now changing the wind. So we want to fly to 271. So this means the wind has to come from 8-9.
Okay. Um, is it too much wind or?
No, it's just I change the wind setting in the simulation. So the wind is now blowing from a different direction and we are flying now to 271 degree. So that's a little bit cheating.
Okay, no problem. We want a smooth flight, so can it's allowed. So, Stevens, when you go to Turkey or when you visit Turkey, I think one of the things that you need to try to visit is Cappadocia, which is really good because when I Google it, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I didn't know it before until now. The history was long time ago when uh, when a lot of volcanoes erupted million years ago and that formed ash and mud, something like that. And people of the villages carve houses, churches, and monasteries from the soft rocks of volcanic deposit, and that's so interesting, especially in Gorome. So later we are going to Goreme. I don't know if I pronounce it good, Goreme or
Yeah, I think it's okay. Guarame, Guarame.
Goreme. Yeah, something like that. So if we are going there later to Nevşehir, one of the cities close to Goreme, and Goreme is famous cities and became a monasteric center in 300 up to 1200 AD after Christ. It's really rich in history and very interesting for me. And yeah, if you Google it, you will see a lot of like a fairy chimneys houses made of volcanic ashes and mud. It's really interesting.
So in flight gear we will have just a normal city as all the cities. I have checked it yesterday.
It's a cool thing in FlightGear. You can see everything here. see all the cities and sceneries as well, especially if you use the other, yeah, application of Captain Herbie. But I'm just using a regular map, so I can still see everything.
So we are flying now besides from the big mountain directly to Göreme, and I'm starting to descend the balloon now so that we can have a nicer look to the city.
Yes. So Imara's night, this is for you guys, and I know this is your dream in the hot air balloon in Cappadocia. So this is it. I hope you will enjoy it. And Cappadocia, it's 730 kilometers away from Istanbul. And now I do understand now why you want this so bad, because it's really pretty, really, really pretty. And Goreme is really famous in with hot air balloons
Well,
because you can see a lot of valleys, fairy chimneys, canyons. It's just unique, like a naturally miraculous nature wonder. Yeah, something like that. It's very interesting. We also have one instances in Philippines, the Pinatubo volcano, and it was erupted in 1991. But it didn't form like this, like a chimney fair. It's just severely damaged, and people got no houses anymore. And up to now, it's like a mess. But yeah, it become like a touristic for biking trail, something like that. I wonder how much is the hot air balloons in Cappadocia. Cappadocia, especially in Goreme, hot air balloons is very popular. That's why maybe Imaral has requested this because it's really cool.
so I'm just changed the viewpoint to the airport and look to the balloon from the airport.
Okay, Captain, no problem.
So that's also cool, yeah. So you can see from the airport the balloon and the wind on the ground. You see the trees wiping around here. And we are quite fast with our balloon.
That's good. And can you see a little bit green or just like
Oh, there is
rocket?
some now, like a miracle, there is some snow on the mountain, which was not before on the mountain, but now there is some snow on the mountain. So that's the surprise in the scenery from FlightGear.
They really make it real, real everything.
And I lost my balloon. I cannot see it anymore.
I can still see it.
Yeah, from the airport I lost the viewpoint.
Ah, okay.
But no problem. I'm descending now, and I'm stopping my descending now a little bit.
Okay, no problem. And while Captain is descending, I also want to tell you guys that there's also a city named Derenkuyu in Cappadocia, close to Nevşehir. What's that name? Nevşehir. And there's a city called Derenkuyu. It is 11 levels deep. and has 600 entrances, so 600 doors, something like that. It's an underground cities, and according to what I've read, there are like 36 to 40 complete underground cities and 200 underground structure that have been discovered in Cappadocia. So it's really interesting because when you go underground on the underground, they can accommodate thousands of people. There are sleeping rooms, wells, water tanks, things for cooking, ventilation, and bathrooms, everything. It's amazing.
That's really amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a long time ago, and it's very touristic area now. And one of the Estina Rosa Travels I saw today that she posted underground city, this city which is Derenkuyu. It's really amazing. It amazed me. I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. So it's like a lot of corridors. You don't know which way you're going. It's scary though. And when you Google it, it's the pictures is just so incredible. So now I really know why Maros love to see this place because of the beautiful scenery and the uniqueness of it. Okay, I can see in my map that our hot air balloon is approaching one of the famous cities or group, and let's say here, Avanos. And yeah, I hope you can see a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, don't put your expectations too high. There is not too much to see, but as we say in the Tao, the way is the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's just we're just trying, and I think if you go further to Goreme or Gorem, I think we're gonna see more. This fairy chimneys that is really tall and high and like a chimney, like in a fairy tale. Okay, so now the hot air balloons is still running, flying over Basdere city, and then go to Urgo. Really interesting. I hope you guys like it, and Maros na and really precise and enjoy.
So we are now in 7,000 feet altitude, which is about 2,000 meter. My balloonette is filled with 70-degree hot air. My descent rate is about 5 meter per second at the moment, and we will go to 6,000 feet or something.
Okay, no problem. I think it's a really nice experience to be in the hot air balloon in reality. It's just too expensive. Is there any cheaper one?
Yeah, a flight like this, 1 hour flight, is about 300 euro per person.
Wow.
So the flight over the Alps, 6-7 hours, is not too expensive in this way because yeah, there is a lot of expenses for the company making everything really sure, and the balloon is also expensive and the gas and everything.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you never know. Someday, when the steam goes up and our income goes up, I can go with a hot air balloon too, or just go with the flight gear. Just go with the flight gear. It's free. You don't have to pay.
I can charge the flights.
Uh-oh. I can't even afford yet.
One steam dollar for one flight. Is it too
I
much? Is it too much for the passengers? Not for the
No.
not for the co-pilot, but for the passengers. It would be a nice idea to charge them $1 or something.
I think one steam is cheap. Yeah, this is a good price though.
Of
But I
course,
think they need to download your application so they can really see exactly what you're seeing, not only the internet. But it's kind of complicated. But
they can pay more if they want.
exactly, yeah. If they earn a lot, why not? They can just upload. If not, they can just upload your post. Yeah. Someday I wanna also go to Turkey. I never been to Turkey, only Turkey airport, but not somewhere out there.
Now I thought in reality that I organize charter flights from Lisboa back to Munich or something, yeah, in FlightGear, so that the people from the Steamfest can go with with the Tupolev or with the Antonov from Lisboa to Munich or to any other place in the world, yeah. And I will charge them then for $10 or something.
Oh my God, that's expensive though, but at least it's cheaper than the reality,
Of
ticket.
course. So we have to change our flight direction a little bit. I think we need direction of 275 or something.
Okay, no problem. If you go maybe a little bit to the right, I'm not sure which way, but yeah. So while captain is changing, I can see the Urkup and the Borome and Nevsi here, which is a very famous cities in Cappadocia. So, like I said before, Cappadocia is not a city name. It is a large region combining the provinces and other cities. Really interesting.
So this is see in my compass the flight direction. This white arrow here has changed now 5 degrees, and my balloon, my basket is orientated in this direction, and it will now automatically go to the flight direction with the help of this orientation drift controller, which controls the turn valves.
Okay, no problem, Captain. I'm just wondering how many instruments you got in the inside the hot air balloon this time.
There are enough instruments.
My gosh.
May,
Okay.
maybe a little bit too much, but it's a luxury version of a hot air balloon with all the control instruments. So we have a full electronic burning system, which we don't have to put on and out. We have just a switch for putting it on and out. So
Okay, that's cool. And if somebody want to use it, for example, another pilots, they just ask you to use it, or
now they can just download it on my from my GitHub repository and install it in FlightGear. It's a thing of 1 minute, and then they can start it up wherever they want.
oh wow, that's cool. Yeah.
So for the multiplier event, for example, I ask 3 or 4 persons to download the latest version, and then we have all the same version and can fly together.
Wow, that's cool. Are you still flying with Mitchell?
Mitchat is working a lot, and yeah, I I don't know. He's not so active at the moment.
I see. And what happened to Mumble? I don't see much channel. Are we going to Perhausa soon?
No, no. The server will change in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I think we can change 5 degree more.
Yeah, no problem. You know, almost 275, yes. So now, fellow Stingers, if you really have time, just contact Captain Harvey or message me on Steam how to have a free flight and choose your location and your aircraft. If you really have time, just let's fly together. Let's do some mumble and get to know each other. You can share anything about your country, about anything. It's pretty cool. If I only have a lot of time, I really want to learn a lot more, but it's just sometimes time is limited.
Yeah, we always need new adventures. There is one big adventure which I have announced a month ago. This the elephant action.
Which one?
The action with the elephant.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I
But
think I was.
I announced it a few times, but there is no reaction in any case. So I just wait. Maybe someday somebody will make the elephant action.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, maybe if you do the Hello Kitty balloon.
I searched in the internet for the 3D model, but I couldn't find it. So,
Wow.
so if anybody is capable of making the 3D model of it, then give it to me. 1 hour later, you have the hot air balloon with the shape.
Wow, that's cool. So anyone who can make a 3D Hello Kitty, please send it to Captain. We would like to try it someday to fly with Hello Kitty hot air balloon. It's gonna be fun, especially for girls.
For girls.
It's for girls. It's a it's Pinky, pink cat or Nemo, Nemo the fish.
Yeah, we can make a whale, for example, and a dolphin and a fish, and then we can fly the steamit community up to the air, up to the moon.
Yeah, that's kind of great. I really want to go to Mars. Mars. Europe and I want to go to Mars and have friends. But what if we try the satellite? I know, no, the other one that you develop in the orbit.
What do you mean?
The one that you develop, the only in the orbit, not in the planet. The one that you can just go in the orbit of the Earth.
The space shuttle.
Yes. So it's a different setup, maybe.
Yeah, the orbit is different to going to moon or Mars or something. That's interplanetary travel, but
Yeah.
the orbit is still at the Earth's orbit. So we are now approaching the Gareme city.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting.
But
Kainai Emarahas, this is Gorman City, which is famous in the hot air balloons, where you can see fairy chimneys everywhere. And can you see something there too, Captain?
I can see something, but I don't know what to see. So I said don't expect too much from the scenery here.
It's okay, don't worry. They all written in Turkish and I cannot pronounce it. But Turkey is a beautiful country, similar to Bulgarian culture, especially the food. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so I can see what's down there.
So I was sleeping a little bit, and yeah, the balloon is going down. I hope I can catch it up before it goes to the ground.
Okay, no problem. We'll just keep trying. Okay.
Yeah, it's looking good. So now we are crossing the city in a few hundred meter, in 300 meter. At the moment we are 100 meter above the ground.
Okay, that's good. So all I can see up here is brownish and approaching the Goreni. There's a lot of adventures happening in this city. So hopefully someday I can also go there, not only in FlightGear. So naimaros, hindi and precise. I hope you guys like it.
So we are crossing now the motorway. So that's the city in FlightGear. It's a texture. This means the layout from the town is only the outside shape of the town, and inside it's only a texture.
That's good. It's interesting for me. So I'm zooming in a little bit more. And yeah, it's a busy city here.
Yeah, on the MP map it looks like the satellite photo. Yeah, it's okay, but in FlightGear we have not the right to use the satellite images from Google. They have some copyrights on it, and FlightGear is completely open source, so there is everything free, and all the scenery is built by volunteers.
That's really cool, Captain.
So if there are somebody from Turkey and want to improve this scenery, then he had to sit down on the computer and make it.
I see. Wow.
So our plan is now to go to the airport.
Okay, no problem.
So we need the heading to the airport. The heading is about 300 maybe?
Okay, let me see.
Maybe 300. This means I set the wind from 120 degree.
Oh, now I see. 297. So from Goremi, we're going to the Cappadocia Airport, which is in next here. And from my MP map, I can see also where the hot air balloon is now flying and approaching the sea here. And then we are going straight to the airport.
So I'm climbing up a little bit, and
Okay, no problem.
we see now the flight direction is changing.
Okay.
But not enough. So 5,000 is the level on the ground.
Okay, well, Captain is only wearing the hot air balloons. I just want to let you guys know that we are approaching FC here, city, and then after that, Cappadocia airport. And to Imaros, dreamily and precise. Hope you guys like it. And also want to thank Captain Herbie for his time, for taking his time to do this and to develop these new hot air balloons, which is really cool. A moon.
Yes.
I really like the introduction that you made there. It made me laugh.
Yes, I thought a little bit fun should be not wrong.
Yeah, I laughed when I saw the introduction. It's really funny, which is true. But anyway, yeah, this is so funny.
So maybe the post is going to the moon now.
I really hope so because you really made a lot of effort with this hot air balloon, and the hot air balloons really looks like the moon. So I hope this thing will go up to the moon. The Bitcoin is going up, 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 and this team is not going up, up.
Okay, I see the airport in the distance.
Yeah, you're in the right heading. The heading is 297 anyway.
So we are still climbing up, but I have stopped the climbing now and yeah, slowly going down then.
Okay, no problem.
We not have to go exactly to the airport, just in that direction. I thought it will be interesting. So and we can have a look back to the city of Goreme. And the big mountain is behind the clouds, behind the dust. We cannot see it now.
Yeah, no problem, Captain. And we are just passing Goramitahiri Mini Park. So there's also a park somewhere there. And how do you go to Cappadocia? You can go, yeah, via airplane, bus, or by car. Yeah, from Istanbul, which is 730 kilometers, which is so far. Wow.
Yeah, Turkey is a big country.
Have you been to Turkey, Captain?
I have never been there. I don't like the countries with the warm weather. I like Siberia.
Siberia is ice cold, like frozen. Wow.
Only in the winter.
Only in the winter,
In
yeah.
the summer it's completely warm there. 20, also 30, 35 degree is completely normal there.
35 is too hot. Wow.
Yeah, but it's a completely different feeling because there is no moisture in the air.
Maybe it's pressure because of a lot of trees, greenery there. Yeah.
It's completely dry. So it's winter and summer. That's a completely dry air.
Wow.
So the heat or the cold is not a big problem.
Yeah, wow, I don't know if I can stay the winter there. But someday I want to go there too. You never know. We're gonna have a new own cryptocurrency in Russia. So are you excited?
Yeah, they make cryptocurrency working, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first country. So my husband is excited.
Yeah,
um,
the future, the future will be cryptocurrencies, I think.
I know it's going crazy. I
But
can't
the,
cope up.
but in the moment, the governments they have a little problem because they cannot control it. Yeah, and they are, of course, they are searching for ways to control it, and so the Russian government got the idea that they made a cryptocurrency which they can control, but it's completely away from the idea of a cryptocurrency, which is decentralized, decentral, and yeah, if they make a cryptocurrency which is controlled by the government, then it's not a cryptocurrency in this way as we know it, with the blockchain and stuff like this.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be a big, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen because it's the first country with a cryptocurrency, the Russia. Wow.
Yesterday I was in my bank and I had something to do and to ask, and then later I go again and I ask when the time will be that I can pay with Bitcoin and yeah, have a Bitcoin automat in my bank, and they just laugh about me.
Really? They don't know anything about it?
No.
Oh my God, you're getting rich because you have a Bitcoin. It's going up.
And I told them, you are sleeping.
They don't know. I said, who's this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have no control about it. Yeah, they cannot control it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? If I transfer money bank to bank, bank will charge me a set amount of money. Example, 100 euro going to Philippines via bank, they will charge me 10 euro.
Yeah, it's
100 euro.
absolutely crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I was like, oh man, it's crazy. If you transfer scheme and transaction, if you want to buy some Bitcoin, it's just they don't charge you anything. You just transfer and there's a code.
Yeah, there is a little fee, but it's not so big. With Bitcoin, there is a little fee.
It is? Oh, I don't know. Oh, they deduct it maybe.
Yeah, when you go to Polynix or Bittrex or something, you have always a little fee.
But it's not maybe like cutting you off, like the bank.
Of course not.
It's crazy, yeah.
So we are descending now.
Yeah, okay. Stimians, I'm really happy that I can also fly today with Captain Harvey despite his busy schedule. He has time to do this flight. And thank you so much, Captain, and to all the Stimians out there who want to try to fly with us. Leave a message, and yeah, I can help you anytime, whenever you need.
So I'm expecting 5 minutes more for the flight, and then just in front of the airport we go down now.
No problem, Captain.
So I'm controlling my descending speed now for maximum 3 meter per second.
Okay, well, Captain is controlling something in the instrument. That's the good thing in hot air balloons. I don't have to give wrong directions to Captain Herbie
No,
compared to the aircraft.
no. Today, it was my shamanic work to to set the wind, just snipping with the finger and change the wind to a different direction. Yeah.
That's the cool thing. If you're shaman, you can change the wind.
Yes.
And you guys, Simians, if you want to know about shamanic stuff and shaman, it's really interesting. You can read more about shaman with Captain Hervey. It's really interesting for me because when I read his blog about shaman, which is written in Russian, I was shocked to discover that in shaman, if you want to be a shaman or shamans, have this kind of diploma before you become a shaman.
No, no,
And
no, no, no,
before
no,
that,
no, 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 no,
no,
no, no, no, no, no.
tell me. Oh,
Um,
it's like
there are different ways, different cultures, different ways. In Siberia, there are 150 different cultures and different ways to become a shaman, to get. Um, the one thing is becoming a shaman, be a shaman, and the other thing is get accepted as a shaman.
I see. And but I read in your article, you become a shaman and a shaman when you do this following task. You know, the task that example, moving the air, how you call it, changing,
No, no, no,
changing the
no,
wind.
no, 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 no.
No.
No, you cannot become a shaman.
Uh,
You are a
you,
shaman or you not a shaman. That's so easy. You cannot become a shaman.
okay.
And if you are a shaman, you can grow your energies and your levels.
So you develop it within yourself.
Yeah, so you start not as the super master shaman, you start as a normal shaman, and when you grow your levels and um, your your powers, then you get more powers. So I'm concentrating on landing now.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but it's really interesting for me. I didn't know this term before. And yeah, if you want to read more about it, it's really interesting. And here's also a video about yoga and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah. The yoga is very important. The breathing and thinking techniques are not so far away from the shamanic work. So I have connected some yoga techniques with the shamanic techniques, and in my blog you can read about them, and you can try them out. And if you have problems, then just make a comment, and I will guide you till you get the result.
yes, thank you so much, Captain. I tried some of those. Like Amek and I was like, it's a mistake. But I'm gonna keep trying because I think we all need it, especially not only on the yoga thing, but the breathing exercise itself. It's really effective in everyday life, the breathing exercise. When you're in stress, you know, we all need it.
Yeah, the funny thing is that everybody knows when he is in stress, and then what he makes automatically, completely automatically, without knowing anything. He takes a deep breath, a deep breath. So,
Yeah.
and in the shamanic or in the yoga practice, you make not only a deep breath, you make a concentrated, very, um, very deep breath with a lot of knowledge about this breath. So we are going to land now.
Okay. Okay, Cafe, no problem. There's a lot of things to talk about Shaman
So
and the
the
other things.
the landing stripes are on the ground.
Okay, good job. And yeah, are we now on the ground?
Now we have touchdown. Yes.
That's
And
good.
we are ripping the ballonette now.
Okay, and Marahas and Trinity
So
and Richard, welcome.
all the air is going out now from the balloon. Boom, and it's laying down on the ground.
Okay, touchdown. Good job.
So we're just 1 kilometer away from the runway, from the airport. So that's pretty much for this flight. I hope everybody likes it and see you next time. And Sunny Life, it was so great to have you on board. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Captain. Next time we'll talk about more shaman and the yoga stuff and other things. Thank you so much. Hope everybody like it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.